Hi, I'm on vacation. I'm about to head to book camp, but today's my prep day where I pack and get my groceries. And I have time to read. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna do another ultimate book video. I'm about to go into my local independent bookstore Stacks and see what I can find. I have a couple of things I want to look for, but I'm willing to be surprised by things that I find. I'm going to try out the first couple pages of the book, and then I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to read it. Now I'm hoping I can find something at Stacks because I'm going to eat here and have a drinky, and their food is better than Barnes & Noble's food, and their chairs are way comfier than Barnes & Noble's chairs, and plus I just like to support local. But I'm going to go in there. I'm going to find a book. I'm so hungry right now, but I'm gonna get the book first, and then or at least a stack of books, and then I'm gonna order food. And then I'll probably leave after an hour or two because I gotta go home and finish doing stuff to get ready for book camp. For those of you who don't know, book camp is this thing that my book club does. Actually, multiple book clubs. We all join together to become a massive book club. And then we go up to Mount Lemmon, which is it's a little town up in the mountains outside of Tucson. And it's got lovely weather. Like right now it's like 70 something up there. And here it's like 100 something. So it's gonna be so great. And all we're gonna do is read and eat food. That's what's happening. But I'm gonna go into Stacks. I'm gonna take you with me and we're gonna see what I find. Yum. This book is really good so far. Hi, okay, I'm back. This turned out very well. I ended up getting Nasty Little Secrets by Gabby Hanks. This is on my TBR. I tried out the first couple pages of a couple of books, these ones that I could remember. And some of them, they were all like, I'll still pick them up, maybe from the library and stuff, but they didn't immediately catch me. And then I picked this one up, and the first line is, I was about to be interviewed on national television and I was dressed like a whore. I mean, it's very voicey, and I am drawn to voicey, like naturally feeling voicey characters. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm about 50 pages in, and it is about a woman named, I just spent 50 pages with her. What's her name? Rose Dearling, and she has written it's not a true crime book. It's a novel. It's a fictionalized recounting of the murder that like tore her family and her town apart 11 years before. Her brother was accused of murdering his girlfriend, and there was a trial, and he was convicted and is now in prison. And she is really the only one who is still fully on his side and has made it her mission to help him get out of jail and get exonerated. And the way that she chose to go about that is to write this book, which is marketed as being like this trashy tell-all, secrets behind the investigation kind of a thing. And people hate her or people love her. A lot of people hate her. And she's just like dealing with it to make money for her brother's case. So what's going on now though is she has just gotten a phone call whilst being on like a morning show of people who also hated her. Because in the book she doesn't accuse, it's fiction. she was investigating the crime, and the book, the fictionalized accounting, points the finger at the girl who was murdered's father. And from what I'm getting, Rose doesn't necessarily believe that he was the murderer, but people really hate her because of that. And then, of course, 5 months after the book was released, he ended up taking his own life. Well, they really hated her after that. The action really kicks off, though, because she gets a phone call from her brother Tommy, the one who's not in prison. And they all live in this very small town full of very small-minded people in Florida. Lahatchie, I think is what it's called. All over this, and now I'm not going to be able to find it. Loxahatchee, which is by Okeechobee. Oh, Florida. Her sister has gone missing, and this obviously sends the family into a tailspin. Everybody's called back home to their hometown. She hasn't been back to the town. She's been back to Florida because that's where her brother is in prison. And she mostly goes to Miami to visit him and then meets her other family there. She's not speaking with her mother. So she's seeing her mother for like the first time in years. And her mother and her father do not believe that Will is innocent. Their youngest daughter, Hazel, it's pretty clear that she's been kidnapped. I don't think she's been murdered. I'm really hoping, actually. It would be refreshing to get that if there was a rescue, not a murder, but we'll see if it goes that dark. But she's missing, and the cops are interviewing, and main character, Rose, is starting to believe that it is related to the previous killing. That's where I'm at right now, and I'm really enjoying it. I wanted something that I could get through in a day. This is short, it's voicey, it's fast. I mean, I was in there reading for an hour, and I was very distracted by my food and by all the noise, and I still got 50 pages in. So anyway, I'm gonna go get a car wash and go to Costco and prep for my trip. I'm gonna get some snacks. Well, maybe I won't, unless I get some really good snacks. Maybe I'll find some good snacks. But mostly I'm going there. I'm gonna get a fan, and I'm gonna get gas because I'm driving. And yeah, anyway, and a car wash. Check back in once I've read more of this. I'll probably be at home. So I'm not super far into this, but I did read, I ordered some DoorDash, and I'm on page 94. So I'm like a little less than a third of the way through Nasty Little Secrets. I don't have much to say different than what I said earlier. This is still really holding my attention. Even the flashbacks, when I groaned when I saw that there were flashbacks, because I really don't like flashbacks in thrillers, but most of the time. But they're fine here. Also, it's really weird that this takes place in Florida because I still live in Florida, and it's accurate, the portrayal. I'm going to, I think my dinner is like 2 minutes away, and I'm going to watch a movie and then get back to this before bed. Maybe I'll make it like halfway through tonight. I don't know, maybe I'll stay up late now because I took a freaking nap. I laid down at like 2:30 and I woke up at like 5:30. Wait, no, it was like almost 5. So it was like a 2.5 hour nap. That's all for now. I'll be back once I've gotten to a place where there's more to say.
Bates.
Hi. It's been a bit since I checked in, but I am like 75% of the way done with Nasty Little Secrets. I'm really enjoying myself. I didn't go in like expecting anything like super profound. I'm just having a fun time. I mean, this Nasty Little Secrets, that conveys stuff. I just think that, I mean, it's nothing revolutionary, but it's just really well done. It's a well done, well written version of a story. It's playing with stuff that's been done before, and it does it pretty well. I got so sweaty today. I had to go pick up all my groceries for book camp, and now I'm worried I don't have enough edamame, so I think I have to go back out and get more edamame. I'm just like, also I'm sitting here panicking, like, what's the Airbnb gonna have? Like, what dishes are they gonna have? What bowls and stuff? And I'm like, do I have to bring everything? It's very stressful. Anyway, I don't want to spoil anybody on this. I like, in retrospect, I should have picked a different book that I could have talked about. Like a litfic book or litfic book. Sorry, I'm washing you guys out. Hi, say hi, Pippin. This is Pippin. Pippin's gonna have a babysitter for the first time, huh? We hired somebody to come take care of him, and I'm supposed to meet her very soon. She hasn't texted me, has she? She's coming over so I can show her how to take care of these bobos. I'm like worried about packing. It's once I get up there, it's gonna be fine, and I'll deal with whatever happens. But like, worrying about not forgetting stuff is just, it's a lot for me. So, but this book is very fun. I could tell immediately that I was into it because I was sinking into it, like forgetting I was reading a story, which that's my favorite. If you can do that, I'm gonna give your book a high score, even if I don't like what happens in it. Like, you're gonna get a 4. But it also happens to be like just a fun book. It's a fun book about a dark topic, you know, the murder of a teenage girl. And it does have some elements of thrillers that I don't normally love, which is like domestic thrillery stuff, but it's not told from the perspective of the parents. It's told from the perspective of the teenagers. Oh, I do know one thing I want to say. We don't get excerpts from her book, which I'm glad about, because that would have just been confusing. Instead, what we get is her flashbacks to the time. It turns out that her little sister, this isn't really a spoiler, I mean it is, but you skip ahead 30 seconds if you don't want to know, but her little sister, it turns out, was investigating the murder also, and she had been reading main character's book that she had written about the crime and annotated it and was writing notes and clearly was investigating. As our main character, why can't I remember characters' names? Rose. As Rose is reading the copy of her book that her little sister annotated, we're getting flashbacks about the events that are happening in that book. So when Rose refers to stuff that happened in the book, then we can know what happened because we actually saw the flashback of the actual events rather than the fictionalized version. But the thing I wanted to say, and this is when I knew I was going to give this a pretty high score. I mean, unless it really biffs the ending, I'm thinking 4.5. It could even go up to 5 depending on what happens in the end. The way that the dynamics between the characters are working out is what's really good about this book. Everybody's very complex, morally gray in some ways, but the book ultimately, aside from whoever the murderer is, believes in these people's humanity, and we see this great shifting family dynamic and how, in a subtle way, how the tragedy of their son, Will, the oldest brother in Rose's family, being accused and then convicted of murder, has ruined this beautiful little life that they had. I mean, it wasn't perfection. It wasn't like king and queen suburbia, beautiful children, blah, 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 no mess. That's what the household was like for the murdered girl. And underneath the beautifulnall was not good stuff. It was a veneer, and those people are really also good thematic work. Though everyone in that family is obsessed with image, and everyone in Rose's family, at least before the murder, was very much about substance and like who cares about the visuals and the cleanliness of the house. It's the love between our family members kind of a thing. And like just the dynamics and the way that like the mother at the beginning, because Rose and her do not get along anymore, I really didn't like her, and I didn't think there's no way you could make me like this character. And then she made me like that character. It's really good. I mean, I'm very surprised. I went into this with very low expectations, and it's exceeding them. I'm probably gonna finish it right now. So just to be quite honest with you, also my battery's about to die. So I'm gonna finish my book, and then I'll check in and we'll wrap up this very short vlog. Pippin is sleeping in my spot, and I don't want to move him. So I'm squishing myself onto this. Anyway, he's so cute. He's just a little guy. Yeah. Hi. So this setup is weird. My tripod is currently resting on a box of Costco beignets. So if it falls over, also I can smell them, but I can't eat them until tomorrow or the day after. Anyway, I have just finished Nasty Little Secrets, and I just had a great time with this. I know I'm on a book high right now because this book ended really well. I did guess one of the twists, but not the one that was right after that. Oh, hi Pippin, are you gonna come up here? We just met his babysitter for my trip, and he ran away from her, so that's gonna go well. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure. She was very nice. She had a very calming presence. Maybe she'll get him to come out. He's so weird. I haven't decided on a rating fully. Meet the book and then meeting her just made me go sweaty. I think I'm going with a 4.5. Partly because that I'm just so surprised every time I find a well-written, well-done, competent thriller that does what I like. So it's not that this is anything like revolutionary, it's just a really solid thriller. And I enjoyed it so much. I'm so glad I picked this one. I really enjoyed myself. So I do recommend this. Just keep it, it's not gonna be like life-changing. It's like, it's no Gone Girl, right? This is just a fun popcorn thriller with a little bit of emotional depth. Actually, well, there's a good bit. I'm just a little bit jaded because I read about crime all the time. So it doesn't feel serious to me anymore in some ways. I feel like everything this book tried to do, it succeeded in. So I'm just really happy. And this is her first novel, Gabby Hanks. No relation. I Googled it. Tom Hanks, not related to Tom Hanks, unless it's way far down the family tree. I am very happy that I ended up with this one and not any of the other books that I tried. I'm sure they'll be good in their time and place, but I wanted something I could zoom through that was gonna suck me in and tickle my mystery, true crime, crime solving, messy, complicated characters itches. This did all of that. Oh, it's got a sticker. So one thing I don't like about Stacks is they put stickers on all their books. Let me see if it's, oh, I think it's the good kind. Yeah, it is. That comes off really easily. Recommend. 4.5 stars. I would reread this. That's the mark of a good thriller for me. Like a great thriller is that I would reread it because there's something in here to be found other than who did it or what's going to happen next. There's more depth. Again, I don't want to oversell it. This is not gonna blow your socks off. It's just a really good example of what thrillers can do. So that's it. I am gonna go turn my air conditioning down because I'm sweating like, oh my God, I just feel uncomfy. And then I have to finish cleaning my house. Like she just saw it dirty, so she knows what it looks like, but I don't want her to have to be in here. It's dirty. I'm like, I have to vacuum and take out the recycling and all this other stuff. And then I have to finish packing. And then I probably, since I'm gonna be spending the next several days reading, doing nothing but reading, I'm probably just gonna watch Stargate for the rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the end of the video and you don't have anything to say about this book, then please leave me, I guess, scissor emoji, just because it's on the cover of this book. I was just trying to think. My brain went, I'm trying to think if there's scissors in the book, but there's not. So not sure where this cover came from. I like the way that it looks, and I'm not sure what my next video will be. I have scrapped a video that I was working on. It just wasn't working. I was having a hard time with it, so I might do another version of that same video because I did buy some supplies and props for it. I know that's vague, but I will probably still do some version of it. It's really hard for me to do vlogs when I'm feeling so scattered, and I think that was the main problem, not the books I was reading, although they weren't the most interesting books so far. I will see you guys on the other side of book camp. If you were watching this on the day that it premieres and even the day after, I am sitting in a cabin in a mountain reading in 70-degree weather. And it is currently, oh, it's only 95 today, right now. It's only 95 degrees. That's chilly for July. It's because of the rain. It's been raining all week. It's so humid. That's why I'm so uncomfy, because the humidity sits like right here. That's it. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps me out and I appreciate you. Why can't I find a transition into ending this video? Okay. Love you. Bye.